Hey, I'm Caramel, and I'll be reviewing this Mediasonic Unidirectional Dynamic Mic. I'm going to be running a couple of tests with it, so let's switch over to it now. Okay, so this is the Mediasonic, and right now I'm running it through my Scarlett 2i2 interface, and it's at approximately 80% gain. So right now, the audio is completely raw. There's no processing on it at all. You can see it sounds pretty good. It cuts out a lot of the noise, being that it's not only a dynamic mic, but it's unidirectional. So the pickup pattern is really good for cutting out a lot of noise. I actually have a air conditioner running on in the background right now. It's pretty hot, but it cuts out a lot of that noise as well. But one thing is, it's pretty low. It needs a lot of gain to run it. As you know, I have it running at about 80% on the 2i2 interface, but it's actually still kind of low. So I'm going to boost up the gain by about 12 dBs in Premiere Pro, which is what I used to edit, by the way, and we'll see how that sounds. This is with the boost of 12 dB, and you could hear, the noise floor is raised, of course, but it's still not that bad. This is really a pretty good functioning mic. It cuts out a lot of noise, again, thanks to that polar pattern, and that's just the way dynamic mics usually work. Now I'm going to apply some processing to it in order to try and get a better sound from the mic. So I'm going to be putting some denoising as well as some dynamics, which is a compressor and maybe an expander to cut out a little more of the background noise. Okay, so this is how it sounds with those effects on. Hopefully it sounds more professional now. This is really a great mic for the price. I was actually kind of shocked when I first tried it because it's a super cheap mic and I wasn't really expecting too much from it, but this is actually pretty usable. So it comes in a little white box, nothing too fancy. So inside the box you see it's just a microphone itself and this 10-foot XLR to 1/4 cable. I like that it was a 1/4 cable. A lot of mics I see that are on the cheap side actually just go from XLR or something to 3.5 millimeters or 1/8 inch, which, it's not really too great. That's the kind of plugs that you put in your phone or on the front of a computer, built-in sound cards. If you want more professional quality, a 1/4 inch cable is definitely much better. I was able to plug that right into the 2i2 interface, and so that's how it's helping to get it an even better sound. I'm sure if this had like a 3.5 millimeter connection, it wouldn't really sound as great. Also, the cable itself isn't bad quality. It's pretty thick. It looks like it won't really get messed up or anything like that quickly. Overall, this mic works really well. However, there are some drawbacks to this microphone. Being that the polar pattern is really tight, you can see if I start to pull the microphone away just a couple of inches, the volume falls off dramatically. So that's good with cutting out background noise, but if you just move a little bit to the sides or anything like that, see, I'm just moving it a little bit and the sound of it really changes, the volume really changes. So it has a very small sweet spot that you have to keep it at. So I wouldn't recommend really holding this microphone in your hand. This is the type of mic that'd be best, just staying still, staying stationary on a little mic stand. I actually have a mic stand here, but I don't have the mic clip to use for dynamic mics. Typically work with condenser mics, so I wasn't able to attach this to a stand for this test, unfortunately. But if you have a stand with a little mic clip, just pop this on, keep it stationary, it's gonna work great for you. But if not, if you need to move around, if you're not just staying completely stationary, this won't be the mic for you. I recommend something like a clip-on mic that you could put on your shirt or something like that. It's gonna be more versatile for you and it's gonna work better in that scenario. Overall, this is a pretty good sounding mic though. In terms of the design, I'll give it 3.5 stars, and in sound quality, I'll give it 4 stars. This is definitely a sweet mic for the price. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.